On August 6, 1945, the United States dropped an atomic bomb nicknamed Little Boy on the Japanese city of Hiroshima. It was the first nuclear weapon ever used in warfare. Unlike later nuclear bombs, Little Boy had a relatively simple design, but its destructive power changed the world forever. The basic idea behind an atomic bomb. Atomic bombs work by releasing energy stored in the nucleus of atoms through a process called nuclear fission. Certain heavy atoms, such as uranium-235, can split when struck by a neutron. When they split, they release a large amount of energy. Additional neutrons, which can split more atoms. This creates a chain reaction, where atoms split rapidly in fractions of a second, releasing enormous explosive force. Why uranium-235 was used. Little Boy used uranium-235, a rare and highly radioactive isotope of uranium. Uranium-235 was chosen because it can easily sustain a nuclear chain reaction. It does not require extreme compression to detonate. Scientists were confident it would work without full-scale testing. However, producing enough purified uranium-235 was extremely difficult and expensive. The gun-type design. Little Boy used a gun-type assembly, one of the simplest nuclear bomb designs ever created. Inside the bomb were two separate pieces of uranium-235. One, a projectile, a cylindrical piece, to a target a larger uranium mass. Individually, these pieces were subcritical, meaning they could not cause an explosion on their own. How the explosion was triggered. When the bomb was dropped and reached a preset altitude. 1. A conventional explosive charge ignited. 2. This explosive fired the uranium projectile down a barrel. 3. The projectile slammed into the target uranium. 4. Together they formed a supercritical mass. At that moment, a rapid nuclear chain reaction began. The nuclear chain reaction. Once the uranium pieces combined, neutrons collided with uranium-235 atoms. Atoms split and released energy and more neutrons. The reaction multiplied uncontrollably. In less than a millionth of a second, massive energy was released in the form of intense heat, blinding light, a powerful shockwave. The explosion over Hiroshima. Little Boy detonated about 600 meters 2,000 feet above Hiroshima. This airburst maximized destruction across the city. The explosion instantly killed tens of thousands of people. Fires, radiation, and injuries caused many more deaths in the weeks and months that followed. Why Little Boy was never tested. Unlike the plutonium bomb Fat Man, which was tested in New Mexico, Little Boy was never tested before use. Scientists were confident the gun-type design would work, even though failure was technically possible. A weapon that changed history. Little Boy was about 3 meters long, weighed nearly 4,000 kilograms, and contained only a small amount of uranium-235. Yet it unleashed energy equivalent to 15,000 tons of TNT. Its use marked the beginning of the nuclear age, a turning point in World War II, a lasting global debate over nuclear weapons and ethics. Conclusion. The Little Boy bomb worked through a simple but devastating principle, forcing uranium atoms together to unleash a runaway nuclear reaction. While scientifically significant, its human cost was immense.